It really gets you thinking. My hand was literally stuck to that. Damn it, now it's all sticky. Hello everybody. Cars can sometimes get stuck at the repair shop, and that's exactly what happened to the one we're featuring. This can be caused by parts coming in super late, or there might be an issue that's hard to pinpoint. Anyway, let's go see what exactly we'll be dealing with. Time to hit the road. And we've made it to the place where that car is located. Wait a second. Whoever has been with us for a while might recall an old episode from about a year ago. We actually came here to collect a white Range Rover. Now we're back to that same exact place. Wow, neat. Is it gonna be another Range Rover? Or maybe some other British automobile? Let's go take a look. Okay, people, we are inside. And greetings, Igor. Hello. So for the most part, you work on British cars, correct? Yep. Which one am I taking? A legendary old Toyota. Yeah, it's legendary, all right. But how did it wind up here, alongside a bunch of British cars? Fate willed it so. It came in bearing a bunch of secrets. What would those be? So when the car first came in here, there were some electrical gremlins. And it was all very mysterious. Like the entire car was killed by a faulty immobilizer. The windows came down, you couldn't lock or unlock the car, and it wouldn't react to any input. Interesting. Over the course of 18 months, we were unraveling one mystery after another. And as soon as you'd solve one problem, another one would arise. It just never ended. The thing kept giving us a hard time, until finally we fixed all of the electrical issues. But then we started the car. It came to life, but the engine had a severe knock. Nice, for 18 months you were running in circles, and on the first start you got a knock. Yep, it had a knock. We started looking for the cause of said knock, and we couldn't tell where it was coming from. It felt like it was everywhere. It turned out that the pistons were stretched out. I mean the rods, of course. And the pistons were contacting the valves. Wow, for real? Far out. It took another 6 months to fully rebuild the motor. The owner was totally drained at that point. So there you go. I'd imagine you spend 18 months chasing electrical bugs and then you have a blown engine. You might as well just abandon the car at that point. And they say these legendary Toyotas never break, which goes without saying, right? I'd know I have a Toyota myself. In all seriousness, cars do tend to work if they're properly serviced. But here, well, something went wrong. Anyway, so it was parked, but where? Outside or in here? In here, but it was being torn apart, put back together, The wiring also had to be torn apart. Looms and control units had to be repaired. Connections had to be restored. You must have had a lot of fun with that. I'm curious to have a look at the interior, because I'm literally seeing this car for the first time in my life. What's the situation inside of it? That's an unknown to me. That is very nice. I'm getting Dubai auction vibes. Yeah, that is totally what this looks like. Those cars are parked outside for eternity, and here you've got a similar layer of dust. Lovely. But the car itself does work, right? We can drive away in it, nothing bad is gonna happen? Sure. Excellent. We'll do a deep dive back at our facility. Though honestly, I am not keen on getting into the driver's seat, or you've wiped it clean already. Yeah, this car is begging for a detailing job. Oh, and here's an important detail. Though this is a leather interior, which makes things a whole lot easier, the carpets and headliner are fabric. So if you did an engine rebuild, I'd imagine the bay is nice and clean? You'll see evidence of repairs in any case. Nobody did any sort of cleaning in there. I guess we'll have to do it ourselves then. Okay, let's take this 200 in for a clean. Just look at this interior. What a sublime Toyota. It is such an awesome car. But I drive a Lada. You have a Lada? Lucky you. Don't include what I said about Toyotas. Nobody can know. As you can see, we are currently at our facility, and now we're gonna tend to this big boy. It's been all big cars lately for some reason. Anyway, we'll begin with the engine bay. We'll be removing the intake, not the manifold, just the intake. The point is that we're gonna be removing parts. We'll minimize the possibility of water going where it shouldn't be. So yeah. Let's get to work. Now we have to wait 20 minutes for oily residue to soften. All right, I've given the engine bay a clean. All that's left is the sound deadening layer, which we'll do when we get to the carpets. We'll tend to that later. But for now, we need to wash the exterior, clean the tires, the wheels, I mean the rims, and do a two-phase exterior wash. I also gotta remove that oily spot from the roof. Curious how it even got there. Okay, let's get to work. Now that we've done a detailed wash inside the engine bay and a two-phase clean of the interior, it's time to do some deep cleaning. I have applied a solution for cleaning off bitumen. It needs some time to do its thing, and once we're done with that, we remove any metal particulates. After that, we take the car in for a teardown of the interior. I've done all of the easy work, and now it's time for some heavy lifting. Specifically, I'm going to be deep cleaning the interior. I'm going to dismantle it, remove the seats, all of the stuff that's in there, and have a more detailed look into how dirty this interior is. I don't even know where to start. So there's a piece of paper on the seat, and it's a testament to the car actually spending 2 years straight at a repair shop. Some of the owner's belongings were sitting in here, and so I just... Were sitting in here? I meant to say they were sitting in here, goodness. Had a bit of a slip-up. Anyway, I'll go ahead and pick it up for you to see. It has been in here for 2 years. This car is like a blast from the past. It really gets you thinking. My hand was literally stuck to that. Damn it, now it's all sticky. Okay, now that I've knocked the dust from the carpets and vacuumed the cabin, well, it's time to clean the headliner. Since this car has a sunroof, and it's been a while since we've done a car with one, we have to clean it out first. After all, it is adjacent to the headliner, so it has to be done. But we do have to avoid washing the grease out from the guides, since repairing the, what do you call it, sunroof is not a whole lot of fun. Okay guys, now it's time to clean the headliner itself. The rear pillar trim is plastic, but here you have the same fabric as on the headliner, on the A-pillars. So first we do the plastic panels adjacent to the headliner, this pillar, and the one in the back, as well as the lights, and the air vents mounted up top. There's really not much to it, it's the same procedure as usual. And now that we are done with the headliner, we can start cleaning the plastic trim. Now the headliner, it just looks so good. It is such a nice thing to look at with how clean it is. And now we have to make the rest of the car just as nice. After we complete the trim in the rear, we can do the midsection, then the doors, and we'll top it off by cleaning the carpet. The car's starting to look more and more expensive as it gets cleaner. Let me know in the comments what you think about the difference between the clean and dirty side of the armrest. I think it's significant, with the leather on the left matte, just like it's meant to be, while on the right you got this greasy, glossy, disgusting surface, which deteriorates in that state as a matter of fact. Okay, now I need to clean the window frames. That's where we always start, and it's downward from there. This is leather, so is this, but the lower bit is plastic. Yeah, that seems like a good place to start. Let's get to work. All right, now that the rest of the cabin is clean, time to do the carpets. Now I do see a few spots with caked-in filth, but I reckon we can get that out. No, I'm absolutely positive we can. Time to mix the multi-cleaner inside a pump sprayer. which is going to be a tad more convenient to use than a conventional spray bottle. Hey, I mean, if we have one of those, we might as well use it. Alright, time to disperse it, clean the carpets, and extract the filth. You would have already seen what great shape the leather seats are in. And yeah, time has been hard on them. Look at how rough they are. Though maybe that's how it's meant to be on a Land Cruiser. Anyway, this has to be cleaned. Now, traditionally, we work our way from top to bottom. So first the rails, then the plastic, which there isn't too much of, and then the leather surfaces. It's important to carefully blow any abrasive dust from the seams, as not to catch it when working the seats with a brush, which could result in scratching the leather. Okay, first clean, then apply a conditioner. Once they're back in the car, of course. Okay, now that we've cleaned the leather, it's time to apply a conserving agent to ensure it maintains elasticity for as long as possible, to make it look just like new, and to prevent it from cracking, especially in sub-zero temperatures. Also, the summer is coming and sunlight is also bad for leather upholstery. I'll be using leather conditioning cream made by Detail for the purpose, which I highly recommend for protecting leather. Okay, that does it for the interior. Now it's time to apply some protective coating. And in this episode, we'll be using hard wax, which I think we haven't used in quite a while. This Land Cruiser got lucky. We do have to degrease the panels, though, for better adhesion of the hard wax and for its effects to last longer. Okay, let's get to work. Let me take you through the difficulties I had with this job. First of all, the headliner was quite problematic with how utterly filthy it was. Not to mention it had hair on it, though that I do know how to remove. You would have seen me do that. I also had to be very meticulous and thorough when it was necessary in removing evidence of hard use in the engine bay. The car had been stationary for quite a long time, and there was a lot of caked-on mud in the lower section. It was a thick layer, too. And what happens when mud dries out on metal? Well, it sort of becomes one with it, and you can barely even get it off. Now I suggest we discuss the cost of this sort of job, which I'm sure you're curious to learn about. Detailing washing the engine bay with removal of certain elements is 5,000 rubles or $76. Two-phase wash with bitumen, metal particulate removal, and hard wax, 4,460 rubles, $68. It is a rather large vehicle. I also polished the headlights, and they look great. They also make the car look so much nicer. The cost, 2,500 rubles or $38. That includes the fog lamps. Deep cleaning the interior, applying conserving agent, wiping down the glass and everything else was 18,000 or $274. Don't forget this has a sunroof. 150 rubles for shining the tires. That brings us to a grand total of 30,110 rubles or 458 bucks. I think that's pretty reasonable. Now it's time for us to deliver the car back. Hello, Igor. Hello. We finally brought you the car. Finally, we're done with it. We cleaned the interior, the engine bay, applied a protective coating. It's great. As a matter of fact, when I was doing the coating, I saw a distinct difference before and after. Before, the color was pretty dull, but now it's so nice and rich. The owner is going to be happy. Oh, beyond a doubt. Without a doubt. Oops, sorry, my bad. There you go. It is so much better now. Yeah, I noticed. I love how it looks in its current form. And it smells nice. That almost didn't go well. We should leave that in. So you're happy, right? And also this weather is giving us the opportunity to see the water-repelling properties of the hard wax. See how it's forming droplets? Be careful, dude. It's perfect. It's nice, right? Looks good. The owner should be happy. Finally, he'll get his car back. I take it he's gonna come over today to pick it up. There will be a ceremony. The only thing missing is a ribbon. Now forget the ribbon. Instead, go with some black fabric. So are you happy with the result? Awesome. I'm glad you approve. Here's the key. Now you can give the car to its owner. Isn't it nice? When things go like this? Okay, thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to like and comment. See you guys later.